Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be super fun. I am sharing with you a ton of fall recipes that I've been working on for a while now, but I think I'm ready to share with you guys. I've been vegan since around January, so all of the recipes in this video are going to be vegan, but you can easily substitute any vegan ingredient out for something that you prefer and customize it if you don't want it to be vegan. But I promise you, you will not be able to tell any of these recipes are vegan. They're honestly so good, you will not be able to tell the difference. I will have all the recipes in the description box below, as well as little cards that you can screenshot throughout the video if you are interested in making any of these at home. Also, before we get started into the video, I just want to let you guys know I am doing a spooky storytelling, maybe ASMR video on Halloween where I read stories from you guys. So if you are a writer or have any true spooky stories that have happened to you, please send those to me and also include some of your links so I can give you credit in the video. I will leave my business email down below. Also, if you're new here, welcome. I make videos every single week, and I recently found out that a ton of people who watch my videos are not actually subscribed, so if that's you, please subscribe to my channel. I promise it's a lot of fun. So let's get started into the recipes. Cut to voiceover me. So our first recipe is going to be a vegan twist on pumpkin cream cold brew. Here are the ingredients as well as the directions to follow if you'd like to screenshot here. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my cold brew concentrate. I'm just using an old pasta jar for this, but any glass jar will do. To make the concentrate, I take about 6 tablespoons of coffee grounds to about 2 cups of water. Now, for this concentrate, you will have to dilute it with water before you drink it, but I find a good ratio is about 1 cup water to about 1 cup of the concentrate. After the grounds and the water are in my jar, I give it a good shake and leave it in my fridge to brew for 24 hours. After the 24 hours, I will strain out the grounds and dilute it like I've done here. Next, I'm going to take a cup from my blender. Honestly, a little Tupperware container like this will work really well too, and it's less cleanup, so whatever you have will work. To my blender, I'm going to add 1 cup of almond milk. I'm using unsweetened original almond milk, but any milk will do. Next, I'm going to crack open a fresh can of pumpkin puree. You're going to want to double check to make sure you're using pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie filling. And I'm just going to take 3 tablespoons of that and add it to the cup. Next, I'm taking 2 tablespoons of agave, but maple syrup would also be good in here too. Then I'm taking my vanilla. Ew, that was ugly lighting. Anyway, I just pour a little bit into the cap. I think I only added like 4 drops to this. You do not need a lot in here. Now for the star of the show, the pumpkin pie spice, I'll add about 1.5 teaspoons to that as well. Now I just close it up, give it a little shake, and pop it in the blender until it gets nice and foamy. Now we're going to take our already diluted cold brew, and you're going to be shocked by this. I'm adding ice. I openly hate ice, and I usually don't like it in drinks, but I think this one's fine because I drink it through a straw, so it's not throwing punches. I'll let it be. Now I'm just going to pour the pumpkin cream mixture right on top, and we are all set. This drink is really good. It's not too pumpkin-y, and it's just a really good way to start a fall morning. It's a lot of caffeine. It's just going to start your day off right. Our next item is a cozy little treat. This is my pecan pie cookie dough. Here's the recipe along with the directions for you to screenshot if you're interested. First thing we're going to do is bake our flour. It is super important that you bake off any bacteria in your flour before you eat it because this is a raw dough and I don't want you getting sick, so please remember to bake your flour. To bake off all the bacteria, you're going to want to bake your flour at 350 degrees for 5 minutes. Just spread it out really thin on the tray so it bakes all evenly. While our flour bakes, I'm going to start off with the rest of the mixture. I'm going to take a microwave-safe bowl and put in 2 tablespoons of vegan butter and microwave it for about 30 seconds or just until it's melted. After that, I'm taking 1 tablespoon of any vegan milk. I'm using unsweetened original almond milk here, and then just like a drop or 2 of vanilla extract. Again, you don't need a lot in here. I'm also adding 1 tablespoon of maple syrup or any liquid sweetener, but I really suggest maple syrup here. Then to my wet mixture, I'm going to add brown sugar and cinnamon and give that a little mix. At this point, your flour should be about done. I like to sift my flour into the mix just so there's not any clumps and it makes the texture a whole lot smoother. Mix this up and then add your pecans, and there you have it, pecan pie cookie dough. Next, we have my new favorite recipe for the fall. These are my pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, and here's the recipe and the directions for you to screenshot. First thing I'm going to do is preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I'm going to start off by creaming together my cold butter and sugars. Honestly, it would have been a lot easier if I had used an electric mixer, but what can I say, I'm lazy. Once it has the texture of wet sand, I'm going to add a few drops of vanilla extract and my 3 tablespoons of molasses. I'm also adding in 2 tablespoons of almond milk. I'm also using unsweetened original here. Wow, look at that almond milk booty shot. Great job, me. Anyway, to that, I'm going to be adding 1/3 of a cup pumpkin puree, and we're just going to mix that up. I know this mixture looks like questionable, but I promise it's supposed to look like this. After that is all combined, I gradually sift in my 2 1/4 cup flour so I don't make a mess, but I didn't do a very good job though. After that's all mixed in, I'm going to add in my 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice and my 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now our cookie dough is looking like an actual dough and it's time for the mix-ins. I just did dark chocolate, but pecans and walnuts, maybe even some pretzels would be really good in here too. Next, you're going to shape them into golf ball sized little dough balls, and I added a little bit more chocolate on top, and we just baked them for 10 to 15 minutes. I think I did the whole 15 on this batch, but you're going to want to check on them after 10 minutes. When these cookies are done, they're going to be a little bit soft, which is totally fine. Just make sure they're not raw in the middle. As soon as they come out of the oven, sprinkle them with a little salt and leave them to set for 30 to 40 minutes. And there we have my new favorite fall recipe, pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. Now for our final recipe, we have chai spiced apple cider or apple juice. By the way, this goes really great with the pumpkin chocolate chip cookies that we just made. And once again, here's the recipe and the directions for you guys. So the first thing you're going to need for this recipe is 2 cups of either apple juice or apple cider. I'm using apple juice here. Then put a little pot on the stove over medium-high heat and pour in your apple juice. Now you're going to want to wait to see the little smoke wisps like right there, and once you see those, you're going to want to add in your 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon along with 2 chai tea bags. I swing them around a little bit just to get the strings twisted together, and I get them fully submerged in the apple juice, and then I tie the strings to the side of the pot so the paper doesn't catch on fire or get into our drink. After this step, I turn the heat off of the burner but leave the pot on top of it so it stays warm but doesn't get too hot. After that, I let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Once our 5 to 7 minutes is up, I'm going to take the tea bags out and strain out the cinnamon. And now we have chai spiced apple cider or apple juice. This would be really good with some whipped cream and caramel, and I've even put the pumpkin cream mixture into it, and it's honestly amazing. But this drink is so good by itself too. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed my fall drinks and treats. I had a lot of fun making this video, so if you guys want more videos like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below any recipes that you would like me to veganize or just try out. And also, once again, before this video ends, I am doing a spooky storytelling, maybe ASMR video on Halloween where I read stories from you guys. So if you have any true spooky stories or you're a writer and you want to share your stories with me, make sure you send them to my business email. I will have that linked down below, along with some of your links so I can give you credit in the video. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read your guys' stories. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, also turn on my bell notifications so you know when I post. I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.